How you guys doing today? Today I'm going to talk to you guys about propagating cuttings from your fruit trees. Now this is a Barbados cherry tree, or the acerola. It's about 5 years old and it's been pruned heavily. You can see it's pretty tall, nearly 6 feet tall on this new growth here, which looks pretty healthy. Had a little bit of an issue with some fungus gnats that kind of made the leaves fall off a little bit and shrivel up, but still it is good to make cuttings from. And now when you're choosing a stem off of here to propagate, to cut off, and to put into some rooting hormone so it can root and you can have a new tree, you want to pick a branch. You want to pick a stem, not new growth all the time. It can be a little bit older, but you want to make sure it's hardwood, that it is budwood and the cambium has hardened up on it a little bit. You can't use the newest growth, like right there that's still green. You can't use that, it won't root. So I picked one off right here earlier. It's kind of a lateral stem, it was upright and everything. And the first thing you want to do, I actually don't have any pruning shears, but it's a good idea to have some, so you get a clean cut on it. But I just used a razor, slice it pretty good, got a nice clean cut right there. And when you're choosing your branch, first thing you want to do is I like to take a razor blade like this, or you can use an X-Acto knife or just a sharp knife, anything sharp enough to score the bottom pretty good. Now the first thing you want to do is take it and you want to score the bottom until you got to get under the green layer, until you get to the cambium where it's white, like that. Do it on both sides. And next, what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to get some rooting hormone. Going to take it, dip it in there like that. Got me in there, babe? Thanks. Make sure it's covered in the hormone right there. Some little white powder, not too thick on there, just to tap it off a little bit like that. And then you're going to want a good soil mix to put it into. Now, I like using an organic mix, nothing with fertilizer in it, no Miracle-Gro or anything like that. Good organic mix with some coconut coir and a perlite for root development. Or you can actually use just a mixture of perlite and vermiculite without soil at all. That's pretty good too. Roots develops and it'll hold moisture in it pretty well. But just got an organic potting mix here with some perlite in it. Leaf in there. Some perlite and a little bit of sand and coconut coir. You're going to want to make sure it's pretty moist. Then you just take it, you put it in there. Now, Barbados cherry trees, they are pretty easy to propagate. They root pretty well. Some trees you'll have more of an issue with this, like trees that are easy to propagate, like besides Barbados cherry trees, or some other tropical cherries like Suriname cherries, cherry of the Rio Grande, Jamaican cherries. They're all pretty easy to propagate. Citrus trees like lemon trees, tangerine, pomelo, they're easy as well. As I said, some other ones are not so easy, but you just want to pack the soil around like that, pretty tight in there. And you want to put it in moderate conditions, not too hot. If you have them outside, you want to make sure the temperature is anywhere from 65 degrees to about 80 degrees. And it's pretty constant temperature, doesn't change too much. Like I said, moderate conditions on these guys. You want to keep it pretty moist, keep the soil moist for sure. Get the roots starting to form, so they'll start to form. Keep it pretty moist, and within a couple of weeks you should see some new growth coming out on that. You know, like some little new green leaves on that. I actually have one. You can wait 1 second, babe. I'm gonna grab this other one. I'll show you guys. And if you're successful, like I've been with this one, you see some new growth coming out of it right there like that. And then you'll have a whole new tree, whether it's a Barbados cherry, whether it's a Suriname cherry, a citrus tree, Garcinia, like my rambutan right here. I grew from seed. It's not a cutting, grew that from seed. Whether it's anything like that, you have a new tree, and you should be good to go. After, like I said, after about a couple weeks, it should root for you. Some take a little bit longer than others to root, but keep it in moderate conditions and you'll have a whole new tree. Well guys, I hope you like this video. Just hit that like button, subscribe, and just wait for my next one. Thanks guys.